Welcome back to my videos, and let's get into the craziness.
Y'all want to be involved so bad, but nobody asked me about no damn gift. What's good?
So is there going to be a public registry? Because I'm going to be honest with you. Take the gift cards. Fuck everybody's presents. Take the gift cards, take the gift cards, take the gift cards.
Yeah, because they...
Shaky, I don't know what's wrong with me. No, but it's good. No, it's good. You gonna be good. It's a good shit.
I believe MK Ultra is a real thing. Do I think this is a symptom of it, and she's completely mind controlled and his 3 claps brought her back? I don't think so. I think this is just how she reacts to things. You know, when she's dumbfounded, when she's overwhelmed. She just does a...
Hey, is it just me, or has time been moving by fast as hell lately? It seems like every time I wake up, it's already time to go back to sleep. It's getting dark at 4 and 5 o'clock in the afternoon. As we all know, time is a spell and it's an illusion, and I really think it's starting to break down. I just took a video last night of clouds moving 50 miles per hour with a full moon, and I was getting dizzy. Look at this. It was fast.
These clouds are moving fast as fuck, bro. That's why time been going by so fast. Bro, this is scary, little TT. Cause I ain't never seen no clouds move this fast, but did you?
It looks slower on the camera, but it's
yeah.
But it's already crazy enough that a man could change the time back like he God. You ain't God, but I could be tripping, but let me know.
I think this guy's a victim of daylight savings and getting older. Time moves a lot faster when you get older, and you realize that. Did he actually speed trap those clouds? I don't know, but he thinks the clouds are moving too fast. Like, I don't think he looks up in the sky enough. So call out to everybody. Start looking up. Start watching the sky. Start watching the clouds. Sometimes they move slow. Sometimes it doesn't move at all. Sometimes those clouds will be moving.
Look up at the sky, Rosie. The sky is sure full of stars tonight.
Let's listen to what the CIA agent have to say about tips on being a spy. I think you're gonna want to listen.
What is the one spy trick you would teach everyone that they can use to improve their life instantly? Now, you already mentioned quite a few, but what else could jump to mind?
My go-to answer for this has not really changed much over the last few years. So the most important spy trick to change everything immediately is something called perception versus perspective. We all look at the world through our own perception. My dad used to tell me, my stepdad used to tell me that perception is reality, and I was arguing this with him when I was 14 years old. I told you so, Dad, you're still wrong.
Yeah.
But perception is your interpretation of the world around you, but it's unique only to you. There's no advantage in your perception. That's why so many people find themselves arguing all the time, trying to convince other people of their own perception. The way that you win any argument, the way that you get ahead in your career, the way that you outsell or outrace anybody is when you move off of perception and move into perspective. Perspective is the act or the art of observing the world from outside of yourself. Whether that's outside of yourself as like an entity just observing in a third from a different point of view, or even more powerful, you sit in the shoes, you sit in the seat of the person opposite you, and you think to yourself, what is their life like? What do they feel right now? Are they comfortable? Are they uncomfortable? Are they afraid? Are they scared? What's the stressor that they woke up to this morning? What's the stressor that they're going to go to sleep with tonight? When you shift places and get out of your own perception and into someone else's perspective, now you're thinking like them, which is giving you an informational advantage. But you know what they're all doing? Everyone else out there? is trapped in their own perception, not thinking about a different perspective. So immediately you have superior information, superior positioning, you have an advantage that they don't have. And if you do that to your boss, it's going to change your career. If you do that to your spouse, it's going to change your marriage. If you do that to your kids, it's going to change your family legacy. Because nobody
to all
else
my
out there is doing
007H's out there, leave a message in the comments, like or follow for more wisdom, and stay tuned.
There should be balance with everything, with perspective and perception. I believe both are equally important. I think your personal perception is uniquely yours, and I know the higher powers, like you to think that you're not unique, that what you think, your thoughts, your ideas aren't important. I'm trying to tell you that they are. Your perception and thoughts about the world are 100% yours, and no one could take that away from you. And it could be the most powerful thing you have, but there should be a balance. Perspective is important. Feed your perception. Feed your unique ideas with the perspectives of anyone you could bring into that. Then you're working on a higher level. You're not a solopism consciousness who have ideas coming in from everywhere, fueling that personal perception.
Everything we've ever been told is a lie, so here's the most truth you've ever heard in one video. The rapture already happened. Sex was a sin in the garden. Jesus Christ already returned. The law was the mark of the beast. Israel was the beast. Jerusalem was mystery Babylon. Christianity ended in 70 AD. Today's Christianity is fake. The man of sin and false prophet were Jewish zealot leaders in the 1st century. The two witnesses were the spirits of John and Daniel. The Euphrates dried up in the 1st century. We don't need rivers to dry today. We have jets. The 1,000-year reign only lasted for 42 months. There's no third temple in Scripture. The Bible was written to the people it was addressed to. It's not for us. Hell only lasted for 40 years. New Jerusalem is in heaven, not on earth. Jesus ended sin, not evil. Jesus ended the grave, not death. They fled Judea, not the whole world. There is no destruction of the entire planet. When we die, we'll be a ghost. We can go to heaven or the lake of fire. Gentiles never had the law. We should not have 2.4 billion Gentiles reading the law and the prophets and going back to everything that Jesus Christ fulfilled and rejecting Jesus. Today's Christianity got here through war, tyranny, and genocide. Jesus' kingdom was not of this world, yet the Christians own the kingdom of this world. That's why their presidents swear on the Bible. Jesus Christ finished his work and received a new name that nobody knows. He defeated Satan. We should worship God today and not Jesus. Give me a follow. I have videos explaining all these things.
Interesting ideas. I don't know what kind of Gnostic Christian sect this guy's in and what book he's reading from. Sure, I'd like to read it. But he's coming off like, oh yeah, I know everything. Your whole Christianity, your idea is wrong. And I know exactly how it works. That's what they all say, buddy. That's what they all say. You believe in this, someone else believes in something else. What makes your facts true? I don't know. But if we're going to start speculating, if I was a Christian, I do think the book of Revelations already happened. The apocalypse happened. The Antichrist was Hitler. And if you want to look at that book and compare it to an actual history, just watch some World War II documentaries. Fall asleep to them.
Mein Herr, mein Pumpkin, mein Wild, mein heiliger
They'll take you. They steal kids like you. Cross them over. Special ones. The power of your mind. That's what they want.
Jake, what's up? Let's go. Wanna go?
Yeah.
Boys. It's very common in adolescent boys. There he is. I'm Jill. I'm your intake administration supervisor.
You pack your things? What exactly do they do at your clinic?
I can assure you that all our tests are done in a controlled, child-friendly environment.
Our approach is actually very gentle compared to standard treatments. I understand your concerns, but you don't have to worry at all.
Can we pack?
Yeah.
What's wrong? What is that? What? It's the skin people from my dream. He's not human. That's not his real face. You have to believe me.
I should check out this whole movie sometime. It looks pretty interesting. I think it's The Dark Tower. Stephen King. He has a lot of these themes that run through his movies, like It, Dr. Sleep, this one about evil preying on the innocence and imagination of children. And that's a big theme throughout all of history, throughout all of art, through all cultures, that there is some kind of force from somewhere else that's not human, trying to prey on the innocence and imagination of little children. It's strange.
I'm going to tell y'all what to do when somebody tells you thank you. Some of us may not even be aware that the phrases and words that we use have a big impact on our lives, because we are constantly spellcasting. Words are spells. Everything is energy. Every word has a certain sound or vibration that it resonates with. When you use this phrase right here, you don't know what you are welcoming, because sometimes people have spirits that they don't even know or are aware of that is lingering around them. When you use this phrase, you're welcoming them in. I'm going to give y'all different examples of phrases that y'all can use when somebody tells you thank you. Instead of using this controversial term that everybody else uses, you can say, no problem. Don't mention it. Of course, just take note and be aware of the words that we use.
I like to hear her explain what thank you means. I think I get you're welcome. You're welcoming in a spirit like a vampire. You're welcoming into your home or into your body. Thank you, I guess, is a good thing. I don't know. I do believe words are spells. It's something we create to affect other people's brains. Is there a spiritual component to that? I'm not sure, but why not act like it anyways? I like this whole idea of deconstructing society. Like, let's stop saying thank you, you're welcome. Let's get rid of those formalities that we think are polite. Let's make a new politeness, a new spell book of words that we use. But who gets to say what we get to say? And how do we know that those are good spells? No problem. How do we know? No worries. How do we know those are good spells?
It's called MK Ultra. This is what we've all been going through, and we are all just waking up from. So, you can't blame the parents, because it's a science experiment. They're just trying to do what they had to do to get out of poverty, make sure your little ass is straight. But at the same time, now they don't look like themselves anymore. Now they're free to do whatever the fuck they want, and they have to see this out, right? Yeah, that's what this is, and it's more like, if you don't know where your is, you're smoking this. If you don't know what's happened with your wife and where she is, you're doing that. You're doing this. If you don't know how to identify these demons, the eye colors, and all this shit, if you don't.
I love his hat. Great hat. Wish I had it. So about this MK Ultra thing, is it just celebrities? Is it just famous people we know? Or is it everyone? Because if you go what they're trying to explain here, Disney stars turn crazy while growing up. Well, doesn't everybody? I could think of myself and my friends as teenagers gaining more freedom, able to dress yourself, choosing your own lanes of music, wanting to act out, smoking this over here, drinking this over here, being a dick over here. If MK Ultra was a thing, I think it would probably be a mass experiment on the entire population. And they're using these stars like this, they're using commercials, pop culture, to get into all our heads. Just food for thought. Let me know what you think in the comments.
This for entertainment purposes only. Have y'all seen this Trump float? Pay attention to all the symbolism on it.
That's definitely Roman. All these eagles, that's Roman. Roman and Greece. Number 2, why are they having a parade about you in Italy? Look at the bottom of the sword. Yeah, look at that. Y'all see that? And then that definitely looks like some Russian shit. Let's go back to it. That definitely looks like some Russian shit on his shoulder. And the whole giddy up looks like a big ass beast. I don't know, Trump dog, but I got some questions about the symbolism that was on your float. It's some questions that's very questionable. Let me know what y'all think about this Trump float in Italy in the comments. Like and follow for more wisdom, and stay tuned.
Interesting. I'd like to see the context of this parade. Why are they having this parade? When was it? Was this when he was president, or is this now? But shit looks like Warhammer 40,000. Trump's the Great Inquisitor, about to send us all on some mission to kill the heretics. Crazy art. I think I need to know the context of this float to judge more about it, but crazy art.
How we conceptualize transcendent spirits, like, is rage a god? Is lust a god? Is fear a god?
All right, so to start off with, today is January 15th. This is the day we're officially transforming out of the Kali Yuga cycle and going forward into the Golden Age. And I'll explain what the Kali Yuga cycle is in a few. So you have 4 ages. You have the Iron Age, the Copper Age, the Silver Age, and the Golden Age, which is what we're entering now. So Kali Yuga is basically when we see ethical and spiritual degradation within society. So systems start to collapse, as you're seeing right now. Worldwide catalysts, earthquakes, tornadoes, and this is all because the old must collapse for the new to rebirth. This whole entire planet is undergoing a rebirth. This year is the year. The one thing I do want to say though, the most important thing you could be doing at this time is healing. Healing those wounds, healing that hurt, whatever baggage you got that you haven't let go of, heal. Because this is the matter of the fact here. We are going into this golden age. So for the ones that have not chosen to heal and let go of those bags, will not be able to make it and move into new earth. So this is an important time to reflect on your feelings, on how you feel. Reflect on the things that you're still hanging on to. Because I'm trying to tell you, it's not going to be worth it. Because you got to look at it this way. Although your feelings are valid, everything is valid how you feel for whatever they may have did to you. But you have to begin to look at this from a higher perspective. How have they helped you grow? Or how have they helped you move different? You know what I'm saying? You have to pull some type of lesson out of that experience that you got to help you alchemize that so you can move on. You know what I'm saying? Because we are not in the times of playing around no more. All of this judgment, fighting, killing, all of these detrimental things, people still want to live that way and live in that reality. So be it. Like I said, we have the free will, but you will not make it into the new earth. The timelines are splitting, the earth is splitting. For those that chose to heal, will move on. Get down to the root of these causes of whatever is causing you to feel that pain or to feel that resentment or hurt. Do what you have to do.
You know, there's always some new age, some transformation, some splitting of the earth, some apocalypse, some revelation. There's always something like that someone's talking about. And they never come to fruition. It's always some new spiritual age, some spiritual teacher saying like we're in a new dawn, and things seem the same, or they're a natural progression. You know what I mean? But talking about this philosophy specifically, we are deep in Kali Yuga, and we're not going to be out for a while, and things are just going to get a lot deeper, a lot darker before we make it to something new. If you believe in this stuff, like things got to break down. They got to break down further than they are now. That's for sure.
When I was a kid, I used to see these trails in the sky, and then you started to see a whole bunch of them. And the next thing you know, everybody in your neighborhood was fighting and arguing, and you didn't know why. Okay, and you really didn't know why. I mean, everybody was fighting. So
Prince talking about chemtrails. Really interesting clip. Really great clip. Do I think that's what caused fighting in his neighborhood? I'm not sure. Was it that? Was it the full moon? Whatever else other people say. Or maybe we're animals that fight. Sometimes it's too hot. Sometimes it's too cold. Somebody's too close to somebody else. And we fight. But maybe I'll take a look at chemtrails in my neighborhood when I start seeing more and more of them. How crazy is the news out here? How many ambulance cops pass by the road? I'll take a look and get back to you guys.
Understand, I don't give a fuck about, listen, all this public bullshit that y'all be seeing, I always tell y'all this, and a lot of y'all know what I'm about to say. This shit be fake, bro. It be fake, man. It be set up, it be scripted, it be designed, it be fake. Okay, and I want y'all to understand the reason why they do this. I always tell y'all, whenever something take the world's attention, just understand it's a bigger agenda behind it. They do this all the time. With rappers, celebrities, basketball players, it's always that one thing that happens every year that takes the world attention. You see what I'm saying? It's always that one thing. When you look back at all these years, it's always one like star moment of the year. Like 2020, we had the whole pandemic. You know what I'm saying? I remember we had the Kobe situation that happened. Like, it's always some big shit that take the world's attention. You see what I'm saying? What ain't gonna be big when a motherfucker, you telling me of a big celebrity, a famous funny celebrity at that, walk up and smack a motherfucker in their face, that ain't gonna go viral? That's gonna go viral. These people know this, man. Every day, and I'm not talking specifically about Will Smith and them. I'm talking about the elites, the people that run Will Smith and them. Because I always tell y'all, these people have masters. They got mommies and daddies, quote, you know what I mean, that they gotta run back to at the end of the night. They got people that they gotta actually work for. You know what I'm saying? Because I always tell y'all, being black as a celebrity, being a black millionaire or a black billionaire or anything like that, I keep telling y'all, this whole entertainment clout world that we live in, the rap world, the hip hop, all that shit is ran by white people.
Sure, everything's faked, staged, pre-thought out, for sure. But news happens every day, all around the world. Sure, there's pandemics, there's celebrities slapping each other, there's rappers that got beefs, that get a little too crazy, there's celebrities that get sick, there's big celebrities that die, and these things are important to people. I'm not sure what comes first. Are the Illuminati or ruling class trying to divert you with a news story to start looking at something else? Or does something big happen in the news that captures our minds, and then they try to do some things behind the scenes while you're paying attention to this other thing? I'm not sure how it really works, but I do not think there's one single group of wealthy individuals that are controlling everything and controlling all our minds. Let's just get that straight. Illuminati, ruling class, whoever they are. There's multiple groups that are fighting each other over our minds. And not all of them are bad. Some of them are people like us. This guy, I'm sure he's got a group and he's trying to influence people's minds to think differently, to see things differently, to empower themselves in a different way. Kind of like what the Illuminati is doing. A little bit.
I don't believe in one big conspiracy that runs everything. I prefer to think there's, at minimum, at any given time, there's about 24 conspiracies afoot. And as far as I have been able to discover in all my years of being involved in, more or less unwillingly in this field, I cannot find any proof of any conspiracy that really existed, was really brought into court and convicted, that lasted more than 10 years before everybody double-crossed everybody else and the conspiracy fell apart.
Okay, has it ever occurred to anybody that if they can't find the slave ships, if they can't find the objects that they mentioned in the Bible, if they can't find the tombstones of the people mentioned in the Bible, what makes you think these things existed?
Good point. Good point. But the slave ships? Interesting point.
Crabs is the nastiest thing you can put in your body. Crabs is like the roaches of the sea. They literally eat shit. They scavenge on dead animals that float to the bottom of the sea, so they like sea vultures. It's even parts of the crab that they tell you not to eat because how nasty this thing is. Everybody know what the dead man fingers is. Guts, hearts. So just remember, you are what you eat. It don't matter how they dress it up. It's still a shit eater. A bottom feeder. Go get you some fruits, man.
You probably should. Go get some fruits and vegetables, man. You know, I've been a vegetarian for over half my life now. But do I think crabs are the worst? No, I don't know. I've eaten bugs before. People eat all kinds of animals. And they all have gross parts that we don't put anything. Because, yeah, what, pigs, fucking cows, eat gross shit too. Sometimes. But since I've eaten a grasshopper, chocolate-covered grasshopper before, I am what I eat. Does that make me, an insectoid? Am I turning into an insectoid?
Yo, you want to see some real shit? But weird as fuck? AI is predicting who the president is, because this shit is crazy. Watch this shit. That was motherfucking crazy. Facts.
Interesting. I wonder where that AI gets its data from. Is it looking through all our searches, all the news, and predicting it that way, or is it just some random thing? It looks like the last president. Who is that running mate, though? That didn't look like Pence. Looked like somebody new. Pretty interesting. When I look at the news and the internet and what's going on, I predict as well that Trump will be our president again. I guess we will just have to see how it plays out. Not too much longer either. The Grand Inquisitor back in the office. It's going to be America, 40,000 cathedrals in the sky. What are we going to do about that?
Donald J. Trump is now President of the United States. President Obama is the ex-president. And Mr. Trump, for the moment, steps up.
And I think that's going to do it for the video. Thanks for showing up, and I hope to see you in the next one. Bye.